fans in the front cheering for him. And we're starting on Battlefield. Not surprising. This stage in general always been pretty neutral, and in a Ditto, like, stages don't have nearly as much of an impact. It's more about the style.
Right. Yeah, and raoul starting off with a massive punish here. Almost taking the stock. Oh, just kind of baits Sun to go to ledge and then stays on stage. Covers that.
Yeah, no, that's already like quite a sizable lead. Definitely, this is a matchup that can swing pretty hard either direction. This should be a kill as well.
Oh.
Wow, gets clipped by the up B. That is one of the good examples of why like the up B burning, even in a perfect world, like obviously people can kind of play around it, but in those kind of chaotic scrambling situations, having the hitbox there, unlike Falco, can help you a lot.
Yeah, that was actually kind of tough to get. I thought that would just be a drop down shine, but had to wait a little bit for the fires to dissipate.
There's that classic tech chasing that we're so used to with Fox. I think a huge part of it, and we're actually seeing it in this matchup, that even like further amplifies his ability to kind of reliably tech chase people, is his dash attack is like really good.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's just like he can actually just sit there and like dash attack at the high percents to extend a tech chase, and it will like set up for an up smash. It'll just be like a good extending move. It'll be good for edge guards, especially in this matchup, if they're going like below the stage, that kind of thing. So, you know, well-equipped character to say the least.
Yeah, and dash attack is like, you know, it's not good if they can hold down, but if you're doing it on a tech chase, they can't be crouch canceling. Lower percents, they can ASDI down probably, but like if you're tech chasing at the percent where it's going to combo into up smash, so like pretty free to let it rip on a tech chase a lot of times.
Yeah, and even if you can CC it, like at the kind of more mid percents, sometimes it's still worth going for just because it's so quick off of the dash that you can catch them jumping anyway.
Yeah.
So it really is a powerful thing to say the least.
Okay, so this game's been at a one stock deficit pretty consistently for Sun, so I'm going to need to find a big punish here to even it up. But this is looking like a raoul tech chase here.
All right, gets an opening. Both of them, you know, really needing to rely on the grab to open up each other, especially at the lower percents. You know, Fox does still have really, really great anti-crouch canceling tools in things like Dare, but grab is just like the shine of like Falco's shine, Fox's grab. You know, just such a good opener.
Yeah, and that was pretty solid from raoul. Raoul plays very interestingly. He's kind of stuttery in like a way that a lot of Foxes aren't. Like, he'll do a lot of like run up shield, but also just like waveland down and like just kind of like spacing like right outside of where Sun thinks he's going to be. It's pretty interesting, and also like tech chases very heavily as part of his punish.
Yeah, which I think is something we see more and more. Like, I always think of this tweet that Mike Hayes made where he was like playing a Fox Ditto and Drug Fox was like watching him and he went for like a hard read and missed it, and he literally said like, I turned to Drug Fox and was like, I'm sorry. Like, and there's some like logic in that situation. Like, you can't like react to every single situation with Fox, but there are a lot of situations where you do not need to like think about it and like, you know, make a hard read. You can just be like, okay, I am going to just reaction tech chase here. It will be, you know, somewhat reliable, especially with prediction, and, you know, can really, really go a long way in extending a punish.
Okay, there misses the tech chase, but still gets the punish. Should be okay. Nice. Reads him going to ledge.
Yeah, so far Sun still struggling to kind of keep up with the tempo of raoul, and he's just doing a slightly better job of punishing. Really, really beautiful coverage there too.
Wow, this is like a full stock off of a shine out of shield almost.
Yeah. Yeah, and definitely, you know, raoul getting the power up from all the homies. Like, we just keep hearing "Let's go raoul" over and over and over again. So that's really good to see.
Yeah. I wonder how many of those are people from France, or like it could be NorCal people too, like met him at Guildhouse or when he was here in January too. So
definitely some of it is said with an accent, so I'm sure that's like, you know, his fellow Frenchman, I guess, like his fellow countrymen, you know. But there's definitely some other voices there too.
Yeah, raoul's got a lot of fans apparently, and yeah, Sun taking his first stock there, but this is a pretty big deficit to come back from. Yeah,
but you know, this is as much as this is a commentary cliche, you can get a lot off of an opening. You know,
Still a lot of up smashes Rip that are like quite far from hitting, and instead of like going for more guaranteed RTCs like Raoul is.
yeah, and like it's one of those things where I feel like you could look at Melee and the Fox Ditto in particular, and you can like literally see like a before Leffen era and post Leffen era. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and just see like the change in players' approach to how they play that matchup, because it has been heavily refined.